Welcome to Married to Portuguese. On each episode, my English-Irish husband, Bob, and I discuss and laugh about our life and adventures in the Portuguese culture.
Bom dia.
Bom dia.
See, I remembered.
That's very good. It's usually our tagline.
Yes.
It is Bom dia. We should have, besides our mugs, which we don't have today, we're set up for something else here.
We're boozing it up.
Right after Thanksgiving,
Yes.
boozing it up. Woohoo!
Boozing it up. Well,
Yeah.
we've been absent for a few weeks.
We have.
Busy with work and
Yeah.
under the weather. And
Yes, I was under the weather.
that sort of thing. Technically, we're all... No, never mind. Never mind. It's
We're
good.
exhausted. We're exhausted from everything, but it's a good exhaustion. You know.
Yes. And now we just got past Thanksgiving,
Yes.
which is great. I hope
Yes.
all of you had a
Yes, I hope you had a wonderful time.
wonderful
You know,
time.
You know, the whole thing about Thanksgiving, it's very melancholy for so many people. You know, because there'll be people that are missing at that table. And, you know, this year, one of our daughters was missing at our table. And she couldn't be home for Thanksgiving. So, but we'll see her. We'll see her after, and that's okay. And I think I've said this so many times, you know, in the United States, you know, it's Thanksgiving is this one day, but I always thought as Thanksgiving was almost like our Portuguese Sunday dinners, because
Well, food-wise,
it was like, you know, so much food, and family would come over and friends would come over during the course of the day. And so it, you know, I think for me, Thanksgiving, and it's not, I always found, I don't want to sound corny, but to me, I think we need to give thanks every day. It isn't just one day.
That's corny.
Well, you know, what's funny is for your family, and I had mentioned this to our daughter, who was like, you know, I feel so bad. I can't make it because of, you know, her fiance couldn't make it and she couldn't. So it was a long story, but thing is, she couldn't make it. They couldn't make it. So, and I reminded her that the Lawton Thanksgiving, you know, your parents would go to Arizona in the end of September or beginning of October, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as soon as I think your dad saw a leaf falling to the ground, he was like, okay, it's time to go to warmer weather. And we would have the Lawton Thanksgiving in July.
Yeah, we did that a few times. That was
We
a lot of fun.
did. So it doesn't have to be.
The hard
You know.
part was getting a turkey.
Oh my goodness, you're
That
right.
was the hard part.
I remember that. I remember your mom having a hard time during that time to find a turkey.
I mean, the woods are full of them now.
No,
but they
not
weren't-
that.
they
She
weren't
did
back
not
then.
hunt one down. But yeah, that was the thing then. But now it isn't so much. You can order a turkey any time of the year. And who's to say you make turkey for Thanksgiving? You know, there's some people who don't like turkey. So it's all right. It's okay. And, you know, and for those that have smaller families and it's just a few people, and, you know, or, you know, their table isn't as full as they'd want it to be with, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. It really comes down to you're surrounded by the people that you love and that you like. And there are people who don't have family and have more friends that are family.
Yeah, generally speaking, I think menu-wise, it's serving food you don't normally eat and probably don't want to eat.
Who says that?
Well, I mean, it's like if you're serving turkey and side. I mean, if we like these foods so much, why don't we eat them every week?
Well,
Why don't we have green bean casserole every week?
okay, he's trying to stump me here. Well, you know, the thing is I never think of making it. I never think of making it besides for Thanksgiving. Isn't that funny? Whereas for a stuffing or something else like that, and for turkey, we usually do like a turkey breast because, you know, usually they go on sale and I'll buy a turkey breast. So instead of the whole turkey, it's a turkey breast.
Speaking of stuffing,
Oh,
with the leftover stuffing this year,
yes.
I saw on Instatalk or
Whatever the heck it
whatever.
was.
I saw a video where they took leftover stuffing and cold, added a couple of raw eggs to it
Yes.
as like a binding agent, and then they put it in a waffle maker, which we happen to have,
Right.
and made stuffing waffles.
Correct. But we didn't need the eggs.
Yes, it does. It needs the egg for a binding agent, and I used the eggs.
You did?
Yes.
I thought he just used the stuffing.
Nobody cares.
I don't.
Nobody cares. I'm
Well,
toiling away.
needless to say, it was delicious.
It was great.
It was
Now,
delicious.
it's very savory because it was like a sage.
Yeah, there's sage to
Sage.
the.
So it was a savory stuffing waffle, and it was really good with a sweet jam. We'd run out of cranberry sauce, but
Yes.
cranberry sauce would have been really nice on
Yes. Yeah.
on it also.
But you're really digging the jam I made.
I'm not an orange person. That's not normally my thing, and somehow we had a crisper full of mandarins,
Mandarin oranges, yeah.
and so I was out of town, but you surprised me when I got back with mandarin orange jam, which was phenomenal because I don't know,
it's really good.
I'm thinking marmalade, not my favorite.
It's not
but
marmalade.
This was really good.
Yeah. No.
This was really good. So cheers to you.
Yeah, marmalade has the peel, and this does not.
This has plenty of appeal. Plenty.
You know.
Appeal. So what else did you make for Thanksgiving?
Well, the whole thing is this year I left it up to our oldest, who we have the grandchildren with, and said, is it easier for you to come to us and, bring everybody here and all that stuff? Or do you want us to come to you? And because with babies, well, our oldest is 4, and our the youngest is only 10 months?
Going on a year, 11 months.
Yeah, 10 months. Yeah. And so there's a lot. It's a lot. Anyone who has children and knows it's a big ordeal to get everything ready. So we went to our daughter's home. So she said, I'll make the turkey. So she had the turkey, and she made a few sides. And then I brought the sweet potatoes. I brought the lots of appetizers, the shrimp and the shrimp Mozambique, and then the what do you call it? Deviled eggs, because I always have to have deviled eggs. I love that. And I made a different dip this year. I usually do something with chorizo and peppers and all of that stuff as an appetizers. And this year I did a corn dip. And the reason I did a corn dip was our granddaughter, a 4-year granddaughter in preschool, they're teaching them different, based on the letter of the alphabet, they kind of go through all different things. And this past month, she was doing a whole series on corn. And so she wanted corn. So she asked her mom for corn. And so my daughter said, Mom, what do you have for corn besides a can of corn? And I went, oh, there's a dip. So we did a different dip, which was good. It was different.
And she has a really great palate for 4 years old. So she ate.
Oh my!
Loved the dip. She loves everything.
None of my children had a great palate at that age. They still don't. I mean, she tries everything.
She loves goat cheese.
Yes. And she loves like tzatziki and loves anything with dill. I mean, this is not a regular 4-year-old.
No.
She loves food. She's a foodie. She's already a foodie at 4. I mean, that's awesome. So I did that. And then for dessert, I made, of course, there's the rice puddings and all the Portuguese things. But then I'm like, okay, I want to make something different. And I hadn't made tiramisu in quite a while. Homemade tiramisu. And let me tell you, it's a process because I always need to make the cream that goes in there, the filling. You need to make it the day before. So it's a 2-day process at least. And but it came out fantastic. So good. And then
especially the hint of espresso.
Yes.
I made the espresso.
He made the espresso, that's why. It was fantastic because of the espresso. It made it. It made it happen.
It takes a village.
It takes a village. And then I made a cake that I made. Oh my goodness! I made it for my daughter Erica's baby shower. The last baby shower she had. Because in my family, I don't know about all of you out there, but there's someone who's gluten-free. There's somebody who's dairy-free. One who can't have eggs. So I have somebody in my family. It's either one or the other or all of it. And I wanted to make a cake, but I wanted to make a cake that everyone could enjoy. So I literally went online and Googled what's out there that I can make that's not gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free, whatever else it was.
It was a glass of water.
Oh no, it came back with a cake called depression cake. And because way back when, during the Depression, they had less eggs to work with and couldn't get this or that. So I went, oh, okay. And then someone else had taken taken the depression cake and added a little bit more to it to give it more flavor. And it has ground ginger in it. And of course, it's got coffee in it. It's got, of course, vinegar. And it is, you would look at the ingredients and go, what the heck? But it makes this really delicious cake, and it's moist and it's really good. So I thought, okay, let me make that. So I made it again just to see if it was going to come out as good as it did the last time. And it did. So, and I always do. I always try to make different things just because they always tell you don't, make something you haven't made during Thanksgiving because it should be tried and true stuff. But I do my own thing.
And you had to rein yourself in because we had a smaller group than usual as
did.
well. So you wanted to bring
More.
a lot more.
Yeah, and my daughter's like, no, Mom. No, it's not. There weren't that many of us, so I did have to tone it down. But, it is what it is. It's okay.
It was terrific.
It was.
A terrific day.
And I hope all of you out there, and I'm serious when I said have a happy Thanksgiving Day week, because it's the week leading to it is so stressful. The week of it is stressful. And now after, it's like, whew. But then it's the holidays. And so now it's different stresses.
Much different.
But, it's all good things.
One day at a time.
One day at a time. Yeah.
That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
so now why do we have Madeira wine here?
Well, we had Madeira wine as part of our Thanksgiving. We had
did.
a little bit left over. I don't know how that happened. So I just thought it'd be fun to toast.
And I used, instead of making the tiramisu with Marsala wine, using Marsala wine.
Oh, that's why we have leftover.
I used Madeira wine because if I'm able to put anything in there that makes it Portuguese in any way, I'm going to. So we used Madeira wine, and it was out of this world. So if you're making homemade tiramisu and you're making it from scratch and it asks for Marsala wine, you can use Madeira or Portuguese port wine, which is also amazing. So
easy enough.
So we're going to toast.
On to the holidays.
On to the holidays.
All right.
On to the holidays, guys.
Salud.
Ching, ching. Oh, I drank more than you did. Oh, that was so good.
Well, let me catch up.
Oh, that's so good. If you haven't tried Madeira wine, you need to. They're not paying us. We have no sponsors for this. But I'm telling you, the Madeira wine is incredible. And you chilled it.
Yes.
Which chilled Madeira wine. Highly recommend it. So, oh my goodness, you drank the whole thing. Okay. Slowpoke. I have a slowpoke. Okay, guys. We'll see you later. On to the next one. Bye now.
Bye now.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'd love to hear your ideas for topics. Ciao.